And lastly, Joe, just to finish up with all the TVs that we offer with the XR processor, the X90L, this is our entry into premium is kind of what we call it. So it's still full array local dimming. We actually now have a aluminum bezel around the edge instead of a plastic bezel. So from a premium aesthetic, it looks a whole lot better. And we offer this down to a 55, 65, 75, 85, and a 98-inch option. And the 98 is going to be coming in at 10,000. And I know that is certainly a lot of money. I am not going to be running out to my store and picking one of these up tomorrow. But to understand that where the 98 lineup or 100-inch lineup was, 18,000 to 20,000 about 3 years ago. The past year or the year after that, it dropped to 15, then down to 12, and now we're down to 10. So just in a few years, we've seen large format really become a lot more enticing. And this is really here for those ultra short throw customers, Joe. So those customers who want to go with an ultra short throw projector, but that's a two-piece projection solution. The performance is depending on the lighting in the room. And also what happens when you're clumsy like myself and you stub your toe on a cabinet. You nudge that ultra short throw projector out of alignment, and then you have to realign. So ultra short throw, I think, is a great option for our clients. And now that we're able to get this into that price point, I think we're going to see more large format TVs filling into that market. So seeing a 98-inch full array driven by XR processor, just really excited to see that. And of course, you can go all the way down to 55-inch with this lineup as well.
Kayvon, I'm glad you pointed out both that $10,000 is in fact a lot of money, but also on the other hand that you gave a little historical perspective, because it's incredible what you're able to buy now for $10,000. I mean, I first sold a flat panel TV, a plasma TV 25 years ago that had just come down from $14,000 in 1998 money, from $14,000.
Oh man,
was $10,000, so exactly this amount of money for a 42-inch product that, if you looked at the colors and the brightness, was nothing like this.
Right.
So the fact
it's like a computer monitor now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. So
wow.
Sure, 10 grand is a lot of money, but it's incredible what you're getting for the 10 grand compared to what was, I don't know, in 1998 dollars was probably $20,000 or more easily. So.
Yeah. No, I think the evolution of electronics is a beautiful and also frustrating thing, because you remember, wait, I paid what for, so it is, such is nature of the beast. But the nice thing again about the Google TVs that we have, and all the TVs we have actually, is that they support Google. And speaking of regretting the long-term decision, I know this is kind of a shameless plug, Joe, but I think it works out. You don't have to worry about being left in the dust with your updates. And actually my TV back here, which I'll power on, is a 940E, and I'm still getting updates for that TV. So just as a, hey, if you don't want that sting to happen as much where you're having to go and upgrade sooner rather than later, I can speak for the ecosystem, really helping that upgrade from happening as long as possible.
So just really quick before we move on, Kayvon, MD Chaz is asking, I'd like a TV with nice speakers built in. Am I alone? But, the truth is that these new TVs are so incredibly slim. Every good speaker I've ever heard, you've got at least some room. I've heard some wonderful bookshelves, but most of my favorites are more like tower sized. You're certainly not alone, MD, in your desire for great sound out of just the flat panel TV, but the physics of it make it sort of impossible. So the good news, of course, is we have so many now, sunk into the wall type options where you really don't see, or you're very much not aware of the speakers. But yeah, a flat panel TV with great, speakers built into it is really kind of an impossibility at this stage because of the physics.
Yeah, it is a challenge, Joe. And actually, bonus points to GK for acoustic panels, because he actually plays right in. I'm going to get him a Sony shirt. He can go and do my job now, because he seems to understand this. But yeah, the cool part about the OLEDs is they actually have, and I use the word actually here poorly, actuators on the back of the TV. And the actuators will vibrate the panel at such a high frequency, Chaz, that it'll actually create the sound through the glass of the TV itself. So you have a 65-inch, 77-inch TV, you now have a 65 or 77-inch speaker. But our OLEDs are specific to that technology because you cannot vibrate the back of an LED board. You will get crazy flickering and all that stuff. So with OLED having self-illuminating pixels, we can vibrate the glass and basically produce audio through the acoustic panel, as GK pointed out. And just know also on our traditional LED lineup, the X93 and the X95, there is a little lip. So you'll have the TV bezel. You'll also have a little lip under that, which actually will forward fire audio. And I know that sounds pretty basic, but a lot of TVs, as Joe pointed out, because of the aesthetic now, they're bottom or rear firing. So you're firing your audio into a wall or into a cabinet. But Sony, we give up the aesthetic, the beauty of the TV, if you will, but at the cost of having better TV speaker performance. If you want to have this in a tertiary room, like a bedroom or maybe like just a den or something like that, where you don't want to do a sound bar and everything else. So even our mini LED TVs do have better TV speakers, I will say, but TV speakers at the end of the day are only going to do so much. And I think that was where Joe was going, and some kind of a solution we recommend. But we do have some improvements to TV speakers. As they tend to work with our soundbars and our receivers, we want to make sure that they keep up if we're going to integrate those into our audio equipment on the TV speaker side. So Joe, sorry for the long-winded answer. Just wanted to make sure, we do have a little bit of an answer there, but as Joe pointed out, a little limiting on the technology.